The last unit I created was debating the grid, and I was thinking that I was going to have students debate the validity of creating a localized grid structure versus a larger regional grid structure for electrical grids. And as I got into the research, I realized that my thinking around it was wrong. I wasn't actually taking into consideration some of the factors that I had looked at, and maybe it was because when I was growing up I was very isolated, and so I wanted to, the goal in my childhood was to be very self-sufficient, and that was not, that's not what the rest of the world needs. They need a more centralized system. So when I looked at when I started digging into the information around an electrical grid and how it works, and how an electrical grid takes energy from multiple different places and redistributes it all over the region that it's serving, I started to learn that the question wasn't really, is it better to have a localized grid or a centralized grid? The question was really, the smart grid is going to be a reality for most of us, and many regions are moving towards it. Many countries are moving towards the smart grid. What the real question is privacy, individual privacy. And now you're taking a science concept and you're merging it with a social studies concept, which I think upperclassmen in a high school setting will really connect with. And when we start collecting data on how people are using energy, that gives people pause to, is this a good idea? Because there are people who are very protective of the data that's out there about them. What the electrical grid unit does is it creates the opportunity for students to investigate how saving money, saving energy, having a more renewable energy-based society, and their information interconnect.